How's it going, guys, and welcome to the channel. Alright, today we're going to be doing my first challenge run. We're going to find out if you can beat Gedonia without attacking anything. So before we start, let's go over some rules. Number 1, summons are allowed. Number 2, no direct damage spells. And number 3, no attacks of any kind. This game is still in early access, so we can only go so far with this challenge. But the goal is going to be complete all the main story and kill the last demon. That'll be our goals for this challenge, and then we might make a part 2 when it fully releases. Alright, let's get stuck into this challenge. I gave my character an appropriate name. Stats that we gave him are 4 charisma and 3 intellect. Starting this run, it's going to be no swords, nothing that we can do to attack. We'll grab all them anyway, just for a bit of money. So we can only use summons as our first skills. So I guess we'll just summon a few. I'll summon a skeleton. Our first enemy goes down without a hitch. Moving through the starting area just as normal, we start to see visions. Once we're out, we can start heading to town. Then we hit Waystone and talk to our uncle. Get one of the first items we need for our first companion. And give it to this dog. There, first companion. Next we talk to Mr. Alton. Got the sugar that we did earlier. And we get the horse for nothing. Once we do a few quests and sell up a little bit, get our second companion. Now our goal is to go and try and grab another companion and hit level 5. Off to the monastery we go. Once we've hit level 5, we can join the merchant. Now it's time to get one of our third companions, Brother Jordan. Now we have to just gather stuff for the merchant quest. What better way of getting cloth than killing people? Well, not really killing people.
That's what they're for.
Now on to Urteron, finding chests along the way. While hitting level 7 as we're just about to buy our house plot. Got our crafting spot and our homing stone. There we go. Now we can come back here whenever we want. And Urteron, here we are. We can talk to Lork, quest the middleman, start handing out these packages, and we're all done. And another fetch quest starts. And after deceiving the child, we can get the pen. This next quest. And while running around town was fun, I started to question my choice in not picking agility for more speed. Do another bloody quest for him. Now I'm wondering why I'm getting all this XP. So somehow we've let a deer in here, and it's killing these guys. Oh well. I watched the mages and the monastery talk tight to each other while I was yelling something incoherent and having a mental breakdown. I was wondering where I should go next. And then it hit me, go do a good deed. So we headed off to the slums. But to go buy bread for this child, he had no money. And while I felt very warm and fuzzy inside of doing the great deeds, I was sort of getting tired of doing the fetch quest for the merchant. And back to Lork, he gave us another quest. Once we said some mumbo jumbo to Sam, it's back onto the merchant. While I had a little bit of free time, I was thinking of what I should get for my skeletons. Then we finally get the merchant's gear. And hubba hubba. Slick is looking good. I decided to go for a bit of a lightning element. So our skeletons are a lot stronger and they do AoE damage. And also the mage's stun. I thought that would come in very handy. But our next stop is going to be our next companion. While we arrived at Buta, to our intellect and charisma, now we have Buta with us as well. Now that our party's full, time to put our team to the test. They went to try and kill this golden buffalo. Once he was defeated, it was time to get our next waypoint. Head back to Waystone, or it was time to join the Warriors Guild to get access to all of their endgame stuff. Didn't put up much of a fight. After getting lost and going the wrong way, finally figured out where to go. While I've already taken out this bandit camp, it was the quest to just take it over again. Without even lifting a finger. After hitting the Warriors training camp, while everyone was standing around me and I was feeling very awkward, they decided to let me join the ranks of the Warriors Guild and get really drunk. and a bit crazy. Then we headed up to cleaning the forest. We just had to deal with a bandit camp just up here, and that was going to be easy enough. While being welcomed with open arms, Party and I decided to give them some friendly hugs. A lot of them did not like. As we turned off Doug Four Fingers, we finished off the rest of the bandits. After defeating the bandits, it was off to Edoron. While I had a bit of money to my name, it was about time to start making armor for our companions. Pitchy Boy, Healy Boy, Big Boy, and Steve. Going towards the Warriors Guild. On our way down here, at the next waypoint, I also paid a visit to the Spider Mother here. Needless to say, her ads were more trouble than what they were worth, and we get the Shadow Fang. So hopefully that helps out my dark magic. Continuing on with the Warriors quest line, I had to go talk to a guy that was like hanging out on the roof. It was just another bandit camp that I had to clear out while some boars were attacking the warriors, and then I was getting the blame for it. Once we arrived, they welcomed us with open arms. After dealing with the bandits, the boars knocked me down to bloody friendly status again. Goddamn pigs. So now they were done, it was time to join the monastery. After feeding Steve a year's supply worth of meat, it was time to talk to Uncle John. After dealing with all these skeletons and this necromancer, we're going to talk to the priest at the monastery. Talk to this priest. Get a robe, meaningless tasks, sweeping the dirt, and praying at a statue, and picking up some leaves. We finished with our monastery duties. It's time for Kitty Boy, Healy Boy, Big Boy, Steve, the Sparky Gang, and I to keep on trekking. We had to go and kill these skeletons. Once all these skeletons were dealt with, it was time to head back to the monastery. Then we were going to become a priest. Next, I decided to bribe Healy Boy to be my best friend. Ran through the streets of Edoron like a maniac on a horse.
6.5 hours later.
After walking the streets aimlessly for a couple of hours, I finally found the church. Did a lot of swearing at the priest, then I had to go find a poor villager. Now, like always, I did not read the quest, so after getting bored and robbing a few houses, I just could not seem to find a villager that I had to cleanse the soul of.
3 hours later.
After hours of searching, I finally figured out you just have to go up here. Then he finally turned into a zombie. Then I became a member of the Brotherhood. I could finally buy some stuff, but I needed more money. So it was time to join the mages. The mages were very happy to see me. With the target, me not using any attacks, I could not do it. So it was about time to kill some world bosses to get some good equipment. First up, it was the Mad Elemental. Then we hit level 20. Onward, go get Star Walker. And with all the gang with us right now, time to unchain Star Walker. Watch as our army just got decimated, but we seemed to do alright in the end. We did have to say goodbye to Hitty Boy, then we did acquire Star Boy. With Star Boy here, it was time to go and try and level up in the Vavlar capital ruins. Then the priest fell, and now that we were over this part of the world, it was time to get this waypoint. It was also time to get 4,000 experience. I tried to help my team as much as I could by staying alive and not dying. This was the perfect opportunity to level up Star Walker. Gave Starboy some souls of the ghosts to be our best friend. While taking down the second event in the Volflar fields, it was a lengthy battle.
Much later.
Once we finally beat the event, we leveled up to level 24. After heading back home, I decided to go to the swamp, try and get a few more materials so then I could craft better weapons for my followers. While I was near the swamp anyway, I decided to get another waypoint and gather some lizard's tongue, canite ore, and killing poisonous snakes for their mystical leather. And as I really struggled against the swamp crocodiles, I had to keep on going. It looks like some ghosts that were off in the distance were trying to help me, or were just going crazy with all the snakes. While my team distracted the snakes while I just gathered up these mushrooms, it was just about time to hand in this little gathering quest. After coming face to face with a group of slimes, I suddenly realized that killing these guys would offer some good loot, like some herb crafted gear and also weapons. So I decided to seek more out. It was becoming dark. Then I thought, hey, there's heaps of slimes here, I might as well just do this quest. I decided to go after these cursed zombies, since they dropped red silk and some other goodies. The zombies proved to give me a lot of good gear, getting a few rings, some weapons and some armor for some of my followers as well. After pushing east and dealing with a lot of zombies, I decided to head back into the swamp. I decided to pick up powerful thorns just so Arc and Thorns can be applied to the whole party, and decided to give these slimes another crack. And while my team was distracting all of the slimes and everything, grab some treasure. And once we hit level 30, time to get a healing spell and also try and fix up our mana regen. And while my guys wrapped up the rest of the slimes, thought I might just take that chance to go and hand in the quest that I just finished. The next world boss was the Wendigo, and he did prove to be a handful. It was a long and fierce battle that took many ages, and finally the Wendigo fell. I got a new belt out of him. I think it was time to boost Butter up. I had neglected him for so long. So boar hunting we did go. After getting bored killing boars, I decided to get a few potions of oblivion. After gathering a few more materials, and finally make the K-Knight crafted mace for the big boy. After cooking as much as I could and making as much as I could, I drank the other oblivion potion, and Slick re-evaluated his life and decided to go for a different approach. There was also time to try and get a faster way to get around. It was time to take on the dragon and try to get the mount. I'm pretty sure the dragon glitched out a little bit. She just sort of flew there and just took it.
Many hours later.
The fight took that long that it started to rain, and then it became darker. I wish this fight was a little bit more interesting on this playthrough. She just seemed to glitch out, so it was very handy for me since I couldn't attack. But then again, I just had to sit here for after 12 and a half minutes. Finally got him down to 10,000 health.
8 hours later.
As Slick was standing there to get a good photo opportunity, after 14 minutes of grueling combat, she finally fell, along with my sanity. And we can claim our reward. But we did get a new friend. What a cute little fella. We threw his favourite toy away, tried to run away from him, but nothing worked. And here we go. It was time to hunt obelisks. I went around and found all the obelisks, and what a sight we had. Day, night, on mountains, in cavern. Yeah, it was a sight to behold. And then we went to the swamp, where all hell broke loose. After gathering 17 obelisks, I decided to come to Mortling Hold and try and tackle this keep. First few mobs really proved difficult, especially these skeleton giant golems. The last skeleton giant golem fell. Now to get some end game materials and then head up into the dungeon. 37. I needed to be level 37 to enter the dungeon, which I did not know. I'm currently level 35. Well, let's try and take down this dragon anyway, while we're here. So we were going to be in for another lengthy fight, and I just realised that the bloody dragon heals. Finding out this was impossible for now, and I need to get to level 37 to enter Mortling Hold. I think it was about time to kill some world bosses, just to see what items we could get. So first one off the bat was the Enchanted Drake. I needed to become stronger, so I thought some of these items that these world bosses have might be the edge that I have to kill that dragon. Next was the Crying Wife. Thought I might as well get this quest as well while I was up here. We took her down without a fuss. While we're in Urteron, we got a quest to get our final companion too. And then we decided to make a deal, and we got our last ally. I then decided to do a few story quests. We revealed the temple, revealed our prophecy, found Wayana sleeping on the job. But before rescuing Wayana's sister, there was something very important to do. Something very, very important to do. I wanted to become the arena champion. I told my mum I want to be a gladiator. How can you be a gladiator if you're a pacifist? Well, let me show you. And just like that, my first foe fell. And my second, and my third. And to make him see that I really mean business, I even skunned his dog. And we finally came face to face with the orcs. They weren't too bad. It was pretty much just dodging the tornadoes and our big boy just standing there doing nothing. But it wasn't long till I fell. He proved to be a little bit tough, but he fell in the end. That's how I became the arena champion. Now it's time to bust into the castle's prisons. So all my skeletons decide to aggro everyone in the place, which is a custom for them. I found her. No one cares about Slick. For this part of the story, the part that I've been dreading the most, the time had come to enter the burning forest. This was probably going to be one of the most difficult parts of the game, not attacking anything. It wasn't because it was too difficult, it's just because there's heaps of fire that I could step on and die. We made it out unscathed. Once we escaped that hellhole, it's time to just sit in a circle and not know what to do. It's off to Feyreach to talk to a guy that nobody likes. And then it hit me. I should have got this ages ago. A secondary weapon that can boost my damage even higher. There's a secret cave hidden in the mountains, a bit off the map. And you're thinking, what could this item be that's so good? Well, after recklessly running through this whole cave system, I'll tell you something. I probably oversold it. Just hit level 37. And now it's time to pick up powerful thorns. So hopefully this works for my whole party. Just makes my skeletons a bit tougher to kill. Once you clear out all the dark workers, you come to this chest and you get the astral fire. 100% damage to all the magic schools. That should help me. Plus it's got a cool purple glow. Once back out, it's time to continue on with our quest. I was thinking about going to Mortling Hold, then I thought, no, I'm going to try and take out 2 world bosses in the Darklands. Not sure what they give me, but it's got to be something good. First up, it was the Dark Snake. And while it was very, very, very strong, I was determined to kill it. Dark Snake was no pushover. It was very hard, very tough. It was a good thing that my skeletons weren't affected by the poison, otherwise I'd be dead 10 times over. We were triumphant, and I almost died because of the poison. Now it was on to our next world boss in the Darklands, the Bone Serpent. So with another 10,000 health, it was going to be tough, especially when he summoned ads. And with the Dark Bone Serpent dead, clean up the rest of these ads. Just looking at what treasure, still nothing good for me. The Befouled Treant. And of course he got stuck on a bloody log. All my melee companions couldn't hit him. I just had to keep on summoning the Ray Shadows. I was trying to get as much arcane bread as I could, which I seemed to almost have 700. I kept getting a lot of, just because I got the magic overload on. I was going to stop when I hit around 900, just to make sure I've got enough. Oh my god, he took ages. With him dead, it's time to go to Mortling Hold. We can go in, it'll be our final sort of destination till we can get to level 40, and by then we can do all the faction quests and get all the epic gear. Alright, finally inside Mortling Hold. I decided just to run through all the enemies here, but now they were just killing my companions way too quick. I did find a strategy that suited me. Killed the Keykeeper, onto all these weird poisonous skeleton guys, and then bang, level 40. We hit level 40 finally. Accepted the epic mercenary quest. Now, Bane spawn. Of course my summons would attack him straight away and summon all the ads. Try and focus on these ads. Keyword would be try. Bane spawn is no pushover, he's a pretty tough enemy. With ads, it doesn't help either. With the ads dealt with, we could finally focus on Bane spawn. We did it. He died. He's dead. Good. Now, we get an awesome ring for Steve. Of course, he didn't drop a one-handed mace for Big Boy. And then we are out of here. Finally back outside. I got all my companions to just tackle the enemy. While this one stray prick just kept following me. With the last skeleton giant lord, Golem, finally taken out, I reached level 41 and I was king of Mortling Hold. Except for the dragon, he was scary. Now I was off to do the rest of the faction quests. Alright, so talking to Ergo, but then we're gonna head back to the desert. Alright, Go there. We arrived at the tomb where everyone's going a bit crazy. Lucky I picked up this torch. Right, so now we're in this bloody tomb. Skeletons are everywhere. About the random bear. Did get a few nature spells. Killing the skeleton archers one by one was a smart move. The tomb guardian wasn't too bad, especially when you could hide behind this wall. We got the forgotten artifact anyway. For a very long fight, we finally got him. And he didn't drop anything. Great, back to base. Then we returned to Ergo. Got the artifact. There you go. We started up the Warriors Guild quest. Got a really good offhand weapon. Gives all of our companions 25% more health. Plus I get some more health. Hey, off to the Warriors. I'm back, bitches. Defend the border. Alright, starting to defend the fortress from attacking waves. Yeah, we were overrun a few times. I did have a bit of a conga line behind me as well. That was fun. Like crap, this is only the first wave. I think I might be in trouble. So we hit the second wave. I think it was time to focus on one by one, single target, instead of letting all my companions go all crazy. It proved to be a pretty good strategy. And god damn it, a third wave. Alright, the Dark Lurkers proved menacing. I was pretty much summoning skeletons like crazy, targeting Dark Lurkers when I could. Battle was long and tedious. Decided to get the Bone Serpent. Probably should have got him sooner. Enemy is defeated, sir. And I forgot about this one. It's time to see what the Abomination can do. Demon Warrior proved to be very tough because he blocks so much. Finally done. Become night time. We took so long. Time to claim our rewards. Not yet, because there's one more bloody friggin' quest to do. These plague spreaders and this giant abomination proved to be really hard. They decimated everything. Alright, it was time for Plague Spreader and a Dark Lurker for some reason, because why not? Now, I had to be careful not to aggro any more bloody Dark Lurkers. Yeah, Plague Spreader was a bit annoying. Decided to see what the Beast element would do, and there we go. Wasn't too bad. There we go. Finally got some of our relics. Steve got a huge damage boost. Big Boy got a pretty decent damage boost too. Now it's to do the monastery quest. Alright, so in the church we come back. After looking on my map, it was the swamp. Off to the swamp.
Our time shall soon be at hand.
We started hearing voices, and then it became a rave party. Now it's just time to clean up the remaining enemies, and off into the big shiny redstone. The High Lord of Necromancy, getting a lot of guys onto him. High Lord of Necromancy was no more. We left no one alive. We got out of that smelly lair. It's time to tell the High Priest what we've done. That was Healy Boy buffed up to the max. So it was pretty much to Dragonfire Fortress we go. And here we were, Dragonfire Fortress. After taking a shortcut just up here, time to head inside. Find these two just standing around doing nothing. And we found someone that was home, and two Wyanas. Started to feel a bit toasty and a little bit unwelcome. Once we made it past the dragon, we were outside where it was raining. Handy for us, the dragon did not let up.
Nope. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
And just like that, he tamed the dragon. And that was all the story missions completed in early access. So now it was just time to do one more thing. Gain access to the Citadel of Evil and kill the big bad demon. We just had to break these seals. It could prove more tougher than it looked, especially when the bloody demon's blocked. I wasn't sure, but I think my mages might be a bit overpowered. Now it was time to break the seals. I wasn't really sure what was happening. If it was the beast mage or skeleton beast mages that were buffing, so it had tons of attack speed. That was the first core of dark energy. And we hit level 50. And number 2 was done. And number 3 was done. And there was Luke galore. Time to take out number 4. And that was number 4 completed. One more to go. And last one to break. Nothing really exciting happened. It was pretty much just smashed them all. Now that we had all the cores, it was time to go into the Citadel of Evil and say hello to the guards. We could finally open the doorway. The Citadel was open. But before we went in, and get some more gear for our companions, if we could. It was off into town, buy some Oblivion potions. Now that we crafted a few more little things like red silk robe for Starboy, a new helmet for Big Boy, it was off to the Citadel of Evil. As the rain set in, it was time to conquer the Citadel of Evil. All my preparation, all my loitering around, letting my allies do the job for me. Finally time to face the great demon. Citadel of Evil, here we come. We had a welcome party and everything. The ghost that was just standing here decided to take a little detour. try and take out these 3 bosses. First up was the Orc Master. He seemed pretty tough, but the Orc Master fell pretty quick. It was then on to Blood Freak. Blood Freak was a little bit harder than I thought. His health was going down, but not as fast as I hoped. 30 eventually fell. Now it was on to the giant wild Darklands demon. We summoned our friend the bear and then ran away from this bloody orb thing. We seemed to be pushing the giant wild Darklands demon back into a corner. He almost got touched by the white orb. But in the end, the demon fell.
I see you, mortal insects. You dare trespass into my domain. My people should have taken this world long ago.
And we met Santa Claus. Santa didn't really give me what I wanted for Christmas. Instead, he decided to get these guys to attack me. So we brought a few more friends to play with them. Then this guy put on a laser light show that would stun the masses. Oh, Cranky Pants broke the floor because he didn't get his way and left me to swim all alone in this dark cavern. Well, we found the consumer in this dark cavern, but the consumer didn't prove too difficult. Then it was up to Chaos Spawn, and he thought something was funny. Chaos Spawn was pretty easy, just had to jump the waves of flame that he shot out. It was pretty straightforward. And then came the vampire dude. I think we needed all of our minions for this one. He did get near me once, but I think he was pretty occupied with everything else going on. It was pretty much a new upgrade for Big Boy. Got the chest with Healy Boy's last upgrade. It was off to face the final fight. Decided to go after the Dark Reaper first, but he fell pretty quick. Deviator was next. The Deviator didn't prove too much of a hassle. Just sort of targeting Big Boy and Steve. Deviator fell and got Starboy's last chest piece.
Embrace the shadows.
Then we had the bro to go. So I decided to chuck everything at him. All of our summons at him. Everything. Now he did have a fair bit of health, but the battle seemed to be going well. With all of our upgrades, everything that we've been through, this was the last fight. Ran around in a circle for a bit. He did target me once. This was the hardest challenge yet. Managed to get 60,000 health off him. Our beast mages seem to be doing a great job, constantly firing. 60,000 health to go. We had him down to 28,000, and there he fell.
Defeated. For now.
And that's it. The bro dead, and all the story missions that we could do for now are completed. I can officially say we beat early access Gedonia without attacking anything. Stay tuned. When this game releases fully, I'm going to keep on going with this character and see if I can do the rest of the game without attacking anything. But for now, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this pacifist run. You can say that. Didn't attack anything, did it on the hardest difficulty I could, and holy, it took a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed the pacifist run, and I hope to see you next time for some more Gedonia. Leave a like if you enjoy it, and maybe consider subscribing. Thanks so much. I hope to see you next time. Alright guys, take care.